and executive producer of Single on a Saturday Night. And guess what? I've teamed up with DJ Kid Disco. He is the king of the podcast, and we have Zoom Your Podcast Masterclass. Have you ever wanted to start a podcast, learn how to be a Zoom professional, throw a virtual party? Now is the perfect time to learn all about it in Zoom Your Podcast. Go to ShellyShellWilliams.com or go at Shelly Shell Williams or at DJ Kid Disco. DM us. Find out more information. This class must take class.
Romaine, my girl, an African American, master's level, licensed professional counselor, and dance movement therapist. Tell us more about your practice.
Yes, Dr. Webb. I am a licensed professional counselor with the state of Pennsylvania, specialize in verbal psychotherapy as well as dance movement therapy. Dance movement therapy helps clients to improve self-esteem, body image, develop effective communication skills, healthy relationships, as well as build positive coping skills.
Yes, honey, I love it. But wait, what if I don't know how to dance?
No worries. We're all natural movers each and every day. So you don't need to be a professional dancer in order to engage in dance movement therapy.
I like that. So, if someone wanted to schedule an initial consultation, where can they find you?
Yes, they can find me on LinkedIn, Romaine Diaz. You can also email me at romaine@gmail.com, as well as contact my office at 215-914-5797, and we'll be glad to set up an intake with you.
Wonderful. So say that number one more time, Romaine.
Yes, my office number is 215-914-5797.
Hey everybody, it's Shelly Shell Williams, Philly's Oprah, executive producer of Urban Expressions, Single on a Saturday Night, but I am a business, social media, and media coach. And if you're looking to show up on social media with a purpose, I have a course for you. Have you been struggling as an entrepreneur trying to figure out how to get people to engage, how to get people to buy, how to get people just to see you on social media? I have just the course for you. Please go to ShellyShellWilliams.com to find out more.
WGFB-FM radio.
So are you ready?
Yeah. How it used to be. Something for everyone. 24/7, 365.
Hey, this is Cindy Williams. When I'm home, in the car, or out and about, I listen to B-Force Radio.
Morning show. Just give me a minute, y'all. I'm trying to make sure everything is right before we go. Yep, we're right. Everybody hear me?
It's a little staticky, but we can hear you.
It's a little staticky.
Yes.
Okay, guess what? We get ready. All right, we get ready.
But the static is left right now. Okay. So you're pretty clear now.
How about now? Am I clear now?
Yes. Just talk a little louder.
Oh, just talk a little louder. You talking about
you
want me to speak up? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me
we
now?
We can hear you now, Dr. Carolyn. We can't hear you.
Am I staticky now?
Nope, you're good. DJ Kid Disco.
Oh, that's because I had to plug that. Okay, then we good. Then that means that everybody can hear us live on the air. Welcome to the Melanated Morning Show. Now, this is a special day, y'all, for a whole lot of different reasons. Okay. First of all, 3 years ago today, about a few hours, this lady right here, she went home. And the last couple of years, I was crying every year, and I talked to my therapist. great therapist. Said, why don't you be around family? I said, my family is. I can't say what I usually say because I got the church ladies here today, so I can't say what I really want to say.
Church ladies? That's it?
I told y'all was in the morning, so get ready for the ignorance, okay?
Can we be anything else but church ladies? That just sounds so
okay.
old.
Okay, I won't call you church ladies.
Yep.
And
Stilettos,
unattractive. And
the
thick white
pocketbook,
opaque stockings.
the pocketbook,
With a black
the
patent leather shiny shoes. I'm like, no.
With the old candy.
Right. No, I'm not a church lady.
So I said this year I'm going to do things differently. I said I'm gonna be around. Like I didn't. Her birthday just passed, and I didn't post her birthday on social media because I didn't feel like looking at the rest and sleeping heavily piece, and I don't feel like hearing that because what that does, me seeing those, it upsets me all over. So I said this year I'm gonna do it different, and I'm going to be on the air most of the day with new friends and old friends, people that mean a lot to me. So I'm going to start it off with two people that really mean a lot to me here recently. Dr. Webb. Now I warned you yesterday, Dr. Webb. Everybody gets a hip hop name when they come here.
Okay. No, my hip hop name is what?
MC Lady L.
MC Lady L. Love it.
like it. Yeah.
So let me introduce y'all who this lady is. Actually, she's a first for me. I produce a lot of shows, done a lot of radio, done a lot of stuff, but I've never done a gospel show. And this lady right here, we actually met in business there. I was supposed to do some work for her, but I was farting around, couldn't get it done.
No, we first met with your Zoom your podcast training that I paid $35 for. Oh, that's the best $35 I spent in a minute.
Shelly, did you hear that? She been waiting for you to give us a natural drop for months. It's like, because I lost when you said it before. So did you hear that, Shell?
Yes. Zoom your podcast was the best $35 I spent in 2020 to prepare me for what God had for me. It was this man, DJ Kid Disco, that taught the basics on using Zoom. And then Shelly, with her creative marketing mind, was like, hey, you already got some stuff out there on YouTube and Facebook. Shelly Shell's my girl. She co-hosted a Facebook Live show with me. For women only, the authentic love experience, where I was just talking about in sickness and in health and everything that went down with my husband and me and our business and our marriage, but how we're still together. But when you take them vows in sickness and in health, sickness will manifest in your marriage. And how are you going to handle it spiritually, psychologically, emotionally, sexually, physically, and socially? So, man, what really connected us was that you was going to do some work. You listened to those Facebook Live shows and you was yo, you got some stuff to say.
You got some stuff. I said to her, I said, yo, did you ever think about doing radio? She was like, radio? No, I'm trying to do a podcast. I'm telling you, you would be good on the radio. So we created a gospel show. And I am the producer. Well, no, she's the producer. She's the director. I'm the EP. I'm the executive producer. I just make sure the board's running right. I'm the engineer. And I said to her a couple of weeks, I said, you and I have never sat down and did an actual show together. Just, But then this lady under us came out of nowhere.
She came from somewhere now.
She just
she didn't just poof like the Big Bang, like bam, here you go. It don't work like that in this Christian world. There's a God.
Yeah, she came to me. She came to me through Dr. Webb.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lady L.
Lady Love, MC Lady Love. What's my
Yeah.
name?
MC Lady Love. MC L Boogie. I like L Boogie. I like L Boogie.
No, there's
L
already an
Boogie.
L Boogie.
Yeah, there is an L Boogie. Okay.
Lauren Hill, our
We're not
girl.
going to disrespect Lauren.
Keep
Right.
her where she belongs. Okay, that is L Boogie. No, I'm never going there with Lauren.
So let me tell you about this dose of cayenne pepper down here. I brought her to the show because we were just talking. She was actually Dr. Webb's guest, but she did contact me and said, "I'm thinking about doing a podcast, a radio show, whatever. Can you help?" Sure. And we got on the phone, and at first we were going to do just her show,
Mhm.
and it was just going to be a little 30-minute segment, or whatever.
Yeah.
We were going to pre-record it. So she called me. I never forget. She called me when it was a Thursday, and man, we got to talking.
Wow.
And talking for like an hour. And I said, you know what? Everything we just said and rapped about, this should be on the air. This
Yeah.
is good stuff. I said, would you like to come on the air? And she said, sure. Well, she came on the air with me that Monday, stepped right into the ignorant zone. It's
You should have IG. Well, no, well, IIZY, the ignorant zone.
the ignorant zone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we got dropped. Somebody dropped us.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, we
First
lost.
show.
In fact, as of now, we're just the Melanated Morning Show is just down to 3. It's just Grown Folks Radio, Power 100, and B Force Radio. By
Okay.
the way, Dr. Webb, B Force Radio, and I know Disco Dave is listening. Dave, this is the young lady I was talking about. This is the show. They're thinking about running your show, Dr. Webb.
Thank you so much, B Force Radio. I appreciate that. I mean, it's just a blessing, it's a gospel show. Join the journey with Dr. Letitia Webb. This is a journey, and for you to want me to be a part of your journey with B Force and have us collide so we can walk together is awesome. So I am forever grateful.
And you fit in because they're West Philly all the way.
Yeah, I'm West Philly, honey. Okay. Right. Alden Street, 57 and Lansdowne. I'm telling you.
So, Dr. Webb, can you give us no. We're gonna do this again. Dr. Carol,
Yes,
can you give us a prayer
absolutely.
to start the show?
Ooh, yes.
Amen. Let us pray. Father, we thank you for another day, another opportunity. God, I thank you for Grown Folks Radio. I thank you for this young man of God, DJ Kid Disco. I thank you for every element that he brings to our lives and to the listening audience. God, we pray your richest blessings for today, tomorrow, and forever. And we thank you for bringing us all together in Christ Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Well, now we didn't got that out the way. We can get back to it. All righty then, let's do this. Now that we got that out the way.
On and popping.
Right, now that we got that out the way, let's go.
Let's go.
Don't forget our Parliament and Funkadelic and George Clinton, our little review that we're going to do. The mothership. Don't forget.
We are going to do. Well, it just so happens that you're on the right show because we were Dr. Webb and I were discussing that earlier about mommy's face. Why is this woman she's like Lou Rawls?
We can't hear you.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
I'm sorry, my thing went down. My mom had this thing for Lou Rawls.
Oh, yeah. You told me about that.
I'm trying to understand why, though.
Right, so am I. Lou Rawls?
He was not sexy. I'm sorry.
Lou Rawls?
I mean, whatever floats your boat, but
Bill Withers?
I'm just, that's who
It's
she's
going to be a sunny day. It's going to be a sunny day.
Bill Withers, though?
Lyrics. and the way they swooned her, because I don't know if it was
Mhm.
anything else. I'm just saying.
It couldn't
I
have
don't
been.
know. I'm just saying.
Bobby Womack.
Uh-uh. He
Oh
was
my God.
skeptical. He was
Something was going on.
Sly
But
Stone.
that's your mama.
No, I get Sly Stone
no
now.
talk don't talk about Sly. You
No,
gotta
I
stop
get
right there.
Sly. Wait a minute. I get Sly Stone. I get
Okay.
Marvin. I get Marvin. She liked
Okay.
Luther, but she wasn't. She wasn't. She wasn't gonna get into Luther.
Well, we understand about Luther.
Yeah,
You know what I
Luther.
mean?
Yeah,
Everybody,
yeah,
everybody had Luther love,
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
That's true.
yes.
That's true. That's
His
true.
love was universal.
But she had a hip hop thing too.
Oh,
Believe it or
that's what
not.
I'm talking about.
Oh,
Diversity.
she loved Salt and Pepper. She thought they was the coolest thing in the world.
Sure, they were the coolest thing in the world. Push it.
She
Remember?
loved she loved Heavy D.
Oh yes.
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 But see, here's the weirdo part. She had a thing for Jay-Z. I don't understand it. To hear my mom driving down the
H
street
to
playing
the O, V to the A.
right,
Right.
and she wasn't playing the church version. She was playing the dirty version. Had the windows down and
It was bumping.
I like Jay-Z.
But let me
but she was
tell
70
you,
years old at the time. What do you do?
let me tell you, because I know today is commemoration of moms. My mom died, who was it, 20? God, no, 30 years ago, excuse me. My mother's been dead 30 years and she loved Prince. I'm telling
Oh,
Oh
you,
God, let's not talk about
like,
that man.
you have
that,
no
that
idea.
is an
I
epic
remember
icon.
1 year Prince, because we from Norfolk, Virginia, right? So 1 year Prince came to the Scope. For all my Norfolk folk who understand what Scope is, Prince came to the Scope, and at that time in the 80s, she spent $100 on $100+ on the dress, the
Yes.
shoes. I mean,
Yes.
everything was like decked out to go see Prince.
Purple
And
Rain, honey. Purple Rain.
oh my God, like she loved Prince.
Yes.
So I
First time,
understand.
the first time I ever saw the Purple Rain tour was here in Philadelphia at the Spectrum. Those y'all that go back, y'all remember the Spectrum, and it was with my mom. She loved Prince. It was right after the movie came out,
Yes.
and then the Purple
Wow.
Rain tour was
Yes.
right,
It came.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm
and
telling you.
the tickets were purple.
I believe
Wow.
it. I believe it. Yes. And I'm thinking the tickets
That was his color.
it was a price tag on them tickets too, man. I know she spent at least $500 for that one night just to go see that man, And
I
she was like, that's the sexiest man ever alive.
Five,
And I'm
5'2",
like,
5'2".
I'm like, but he is also the prettiest man that ever
That
lived.
But did you
That
see
man just
Prince?
won't sexy. He is
But hold
pretty.
on,
Five,
ladies. Could you see Prince as a
all five.
gangster?
He is a
No.
gangster in his own right. Any
He's the
man that put
purple.
on some
He's the
tight
purple gangster.
and some heels
So what he
is
got
a
a 32
gangster.
in his boot?
He a gangster. He like, try me if you want to. I'll smash you with my heel and my good time. Stop playing.
Now I remember Rick James. When Rick James really started tripping, I remember my mom would just sit
You
there
didn't
and be
like
like,
Rick James?
"No, I love Rick James." My mom would
No,
sit there and she'd be
I
like,
don't like. I
You don't
didn't
like
care
Rick
for
James.
him.
But
"You
him
didn't
and
like Rick
Tina
James?"
Marie, honey. Woo.
But
I,
Tina, yes.
Tina.
I remember my
Okay.
mom would sit there and Rick James would be blowing, and she was like, she loved his music. She was like, "I love his music, but that boy on that stuff." My mom was wrong. Where do you think I get it from?
He on that stuff.
Like he on that,
Well, she ain't never lied.
and I'm keeping it clean because we're in the morning
And he was one of the few people to say, "I'm on the stuff." He would tell you he's on it.
and was proud of it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he would tell you he's on the stuff.
I realized that I never forget this. This is so emphatic. I knew this crackhead once, and I came right and asked him. I said, "Yo, man, why you getting high? You doing this? What are you doing? Like, what happened to you? Did the dog die, or you lost your job? What happened?" He gave me the most profound answer I've ever had, and
What?
I understood it ever since. He said, I smoke crack because I like to get high.
Thank you.
Hey.
I mean, you can't do nothing but respect that.
All day.
It's just like, yo, okay.
Okay.
Trying to chase that ghost is a beast, though. But let me tell you, no one who smoked crack for the first time ever thought they was gonna be a crackhead.
True.
But my thing is, everybody else who smoked became a crackhead. So what makes you think you not gonna be no crackhead? Like, hello.
I'm trying to understand new crackheads. Like, didn't you see New Jack City? Didn't they teach us about this? You didn't see Pookie?
Right.
Let me tell you about New Jack City. This we have to have a discussion about this.
Okay. This
First of all,
that need to be
you talking about an organization. That thing was tight.
Yes, honey.
Well, you know, they not only was it, they had computers, download the information.
Back in them days, that was unheard of.
Okay.
That was, I mean, top of the line. I mean, it was, oh my goodness. That movie, classic.
Take them
classic.
Skills, flip that. Okay, you be a real strong businessman.
Go
and add into the community.
Beam me up, Scotty. Go to the mothership.
Yeah.
And they was all like, they had their little, you know, used mattresses and so forth and so on.
They lab.
They had the table. They gave them their paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Set that thing up. One stop shop.
You know what? That's why I can't wait. See, Dr. Webb, you're gonna get a shock. Okay, you're gonna get a more than shock. Me and Doc C already talked about this.
Okay, I'm bracing myself.
This is why they need to make marijuana legal.
Okay.
What's a weed overdose? I'll wait. Exactly.
No, wait. I'm gonna tell you what a weed overdose is when you smoke yourself sober.
You know what?
So much.
I agree with
you
that.
Thought you were sober.
I've actually done that.
Yes, me too.
You're like, wait a minute.
I'm like, wait. I've been smoking all night.
What is
and nothing has happened.
Right, but why do I feel sober? I tapped into a whole other part of my brain.
And all you do is eat, sleep, and talk trash.
That's because you don't move, you don't go anywhere. You're in the same position.
Oh my gosh, man.
This is why potheads make great employees.
Why you say that?
They're not going nowhere. They're going to show up for work.
They're not moving. They're not moving.
If there's any overtime, a pothead will work that overtime because that's
because they're not going nowhere.
They can take their 30-minute break and go
exactly
and come back.
They cool. They are cool. Potheads are loyal employees.
Yes,
but they also are creative. Like they feel like once they get that high, they real deep. They can think. They can come up with some whole lot of different ideas and
insight and clarity.
Okay. They think so much better when they're high.
Do I do that?
Because you do be throwing a whole lot of ideas at a sister.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this is my show, so I can be transparent on my show, right?
Okay,
Can I share something with y'all?
Of course.
Share.
Lady L.
Yeah.
I'll be blasted during your show. I really do.
You think I'm mad? Bad boy. Bad. You think I'm mad? You know what the deal is?
Well, I just had to put it out there.
Oh, thank you.
But it works every week, though, don't it?
It works long as you keep showing up, boo. and doing your executive producing stuff, we straight. Okay.
I'll be dead on point.
Okay.
By the way, y'all.
And he definitely doesn't move. He's
at
in
all.
place.
At all.
At all.
Where I'm going.
Right.
Where I'm going, but to the bathroom. I can do that at the break. That's what the breaks are for.
Right.
I got everything I need right here. I'm good.
Oh my gosh, that is too funny.
So whenever y'all see the random black guy all of a sudden show up, and the picture goes.
Lord have mercy. That's who the random black guy is.
Yeah,
Okay.
y'all
The
didn't
RBG.
right.
You
Y'all
never
never met
told me about the random black dude or the
never met the
random black
random
guy.
black dude.
No, who
The
is
random black.
he? Please introduce him to me.
He's a
Random black
random.
guy.
He's
Yeah.
random. He's random.
Okay. But
So
he got your logo up there. So what that mean?
listen here, woman. What you're not going to do is therapize me.
Therapized.
She'll be on later.
Criticized.
Right. What you're not going to do is therapize me first thing in the morning. That's what you're
I'm
not
just
going
trying to understand. That's it.
Well, you know, the random black guy is the guy that kind of shows up and just, you know how you got the instigator back in the day that was like, he said something about your mama. No, he ain't say nothing. It did next, you know.
That's the
But that's
random black dude. He just
yeah,
make
you
random
know,
comments.
yeah. I show up and just give, you know, he shows up and give random comments. You know, in the middle of a race riot, you know, he'll show up and like, you know, say death with Elvis, you know, something like that. You know, something just,
Gotcha. Just
you know,
random.
just random stuff. Yeah, you know, just.
Okay. Well, thank you for introducing me to him, your alter ego. You have several of them, actually, just to let you know.
Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you something. He's a real troublemaker too.
He
He's a
is.
serious.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's the troublemaker. Okay.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you for letting me
Yeah,
know.
yeah. He's a troublemaker. He's an internet troll. He like to go around.
Oh, no, not an internet troll. Or is he a thought? He a thought.
No, he's an internet troll.
Oh my
And a
goodness.
thought.
Look, Doxy down there. What the hell are y'all talking? Hold on. I want to give another disclaimer. Listen, I have to give this disclaimer because I don't want nobody writing letters, Dr. Webb. So when y'all hear this week's show, there's a little faux pas over there because I forgot where.
Okay, yes, thank you so much. So when you tune in on
Sunday.
Sunday, 4 p.m., you're going to hear our very own executive producer, DJ Kid Disco, co-owner of the Grown Folks radio station. You're going to hear him say the D word on a gospel radio show.
I forgot where I was at.
Don't be alarmed. We corrected him.
Well,
We
in my
prayed over him. We
in my
anointed
defense,
him.
I caught myself. In my defense, I did catch. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yes. It was a faux pas, just a small one.
I thought, you know what? I really thought, Doctor. I really thought I was in the morning. I really did because I was doing so much talk.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's all good. We know who we dealing with. So yeah, so Dr. Carolyn, so you have had the pleasure of being on with DJ Kid Disco in the morning.
We have had a ball. Like I said,
Oh,
we
wow.
got kicked off because we were talking about the LGBT community and the random black guy, the RBG, named them the Alphabet Gang. So
when I heard that, I hollered. I was like,
I did too. I couldn't stop laughing for at least 5 minutes. So
I caught it. Well.
And then he
okay.
said, well, and then what he said, so I was saying to him, I said, that's unfortunate because it just shows you how people are uncomfortable and they don't know what's funny. It's like, okay, is it gonna be funny? If it's gonna be taken serious? But I just thought that was cute. I said the alpha. I just thought, and I just in my mind, I visualized. I saw, how the Peanut Gang, Charlie Brown and his crew.
Well, what happened was we were on a social media chat thing, and
yes,
they were gracious enough to allow us to pump into there, to feed into there. And,
okay.
I got a email later on saying, "Oh, we can't allow you to do that anymore. Why? What did we do?" Well, you had discussions that aren't allowed on this platform. About what? I don't even remember the topic. That was like 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about?
Yes, because we had multiple topics. Absolutely.
Right. Well, they were
Absolutely.
like, you were having a LBGT QRST WXYZ conversation. And we don't do that here. I'm like,
No way, that really happened?
yes.
Yes.
That
So
really
one
happened.
of his affiliates, you know,
It wasn't an affiliate. It was more so one of the people that owned a specific chat group that allows uh, uh, voice and everything allows.
Oh
And
wow.
they said, oh,
But
you
see,
can't.
I don't know if that's fair, right? It's like, what happened to the First Amendment? We have freedom of speech. I don't necessarily have to agree with you and your lifestyle, but I also have the right and the freedom to voice if I don't agree with it or not, and to be banned and to be dropped. It's like
but
now
it
you
wasn't
start
even a disagreement. It was a ha ha funny, and they
right.
just took it to that level, you know.
Mm.
Like we don't have those type of conversations. I'm like, and the name and here's the thing: the name of it is Progressive Black Chat. Well, how is that Progressive Black Chat? That's not progressive.
Right, because
That's
if you
oppressive.
can't handle opposing opinions, then it's not progressive.
It's not progressive.
Right. And
It,
then we just have to conform to your thoughts and your beliefs. And if we don't conform or agree, then we're not a part of it. That's not progressive at all.
But one
but
monkey don't stop no
it
show.
was really funny because, you know, after he did the XYZ thing, then he was like, didn't they add a couple of letters? And I said, yeah, the C and the I. He says, I wasn't sure what that was. So we just like laughed about it and moved
Mhm.
on. But I was just that the alphabet gang thing, it just took it home. I just thought that it was, I just, like I said,
Appropriate.
I
They
just saw
are.
the little,
Listen,
I
I'ma
They
just,
are
say
a
it.
I saw,
gang.
yeah, in my mind, I visualized the Peanut Gang, and so we started talking about Peppermint Patty.
Oh! While we are there, thank you, Doc. See, I told you we was gonna have this conversation. You might as well join into the ignorance too, Doctor Webb. You might as well join into the ignorance too.
Okay.
Said we was gonna have this discussion. Now these
Okay.
cartoons,
Oh yes. Oh yes.
they need to be discussed, and y'all need to stop trying to fool these kids. Well, these cartoons today are on some other stuff.
They off the chain.
These cartoons, but we're gonna go back to the classic cartoons. Speaking of
We
classic,
Thundercats.
went. Oh, don't play with Thundercats now. Now
Thundercats.
Thundercats
no.
were gangsters. They
We're
was
gonna go back.
gangsters.
We're gonna go back further.
But we went back further. Yes.
Speaking of the alphabet gang, you cannot tell me that Marcy and Peppermint Patty,
Yes. We
they
talked
was
about
hitting it.
Peppermint Patty.
They was hitting.
You know what?
She called him sir. Come on, man.
Yep. She was that love slave.
Right,
The love slave.
right. And I couldn't believe.
50 shades of Charlie Brown.
Let me tell you
Shades of
something.
Charlie Brown.
Snoopy was a hustler. And
Oh,
let me
he
tell
definitely
y'all.
was a
Charlie
hustler.
Brown was the Mac.
So
Okay.
let me tell you something. Snoopy was running hose out of that doghouse.
Snoopy was
Yeah, and look,
still. Okay, Snoopy be like, what's up?
and Woodstock was the
You give him a
Woodstock
pound.
was the
Right, Woodstock was the enforcer.
he
was
no he was the checker. He was the checker. Yep. he was the checker. Woodstock was bad. Wasn't he a bad little bird? That thing
Yeah.
was dangerous.
Yes.
I got a question for y'all.
And never said a word. Never said a word.
Now I got a question for
The
y'all.
lioness had abandonment issues. Okay.
Well, Linus,
Okay.
yeah. Well,
He had some issues. He was
well, that's because his big sister used
traumatized
to beat
once.
His big sister used to bully him. So,
She was a
Right. He had
bully.
people
She was
to
a bully.
blanket, you
Yeah.
know.
It was bully.
Yes.
but okay.
Trauma.
Now I got to go to Dr. Webb, the clinical part of Dr. Webb. Why none of y'all realize that in Charlie Brown, Pigpen was an abused child?
Okay, so first of all, who is y'all? When you say why none
Nobody
of y'all
called DHS. Nobody called the authorities. They just let this kid come to school all dirty
He
and
was
pistol smelling.
neglected.
Very
Oh my
neglected.
God.
He was so neglected. Why nobody called the authorities on
And why they call him Pigpen? And why they never tried to help him?
Why nobody tried to help him? Like, what is
But he had a gang, he had a group of friends to balance him out and to help his self-esteem. So he had that positive peer interaction. You want
And
me to
nobody told him to take a bath.
He had positive peer interactions.
Okay, so speaking of the alphabet gang, you cannot tell me that Ernie and Bert were not lovers. I'm sorry.
You know what?
I'm sorry.
On Sesame Street.
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Ernie and Bert were secret lovers on Sesame Street. Yeah,
You know what?
I
don't know. They was homies. I ain't look into it like that. That was kind of deep, DJ Kid Disco. I don't know. What about you, Doxy?
They was special friends.
They were special friends.
They were special friends.
See. Listen to your elder.
So there are no children listening to this show. We're going to put a disclaimer out there. This is for the adult listener only. Traumatizing our kids.
And you cannot tell me. Okay,
but you know, I do agree with this, that something like that to the common eye might not appear that way, but I bet you to someone that, you know, is confronted with or is in that lifestyle, they might see it that's way. Just for example, Dr. Webb and the random black guy, RBG, yeah. Just how people try to use the scriptural reference of Jonathan and David.
Mm-hmm.
David loved Jonathan. Bert loved Ernie, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, to try to make it something inappropriate. I mean, love is universal.
All right, let's go from the subliminal to the obvious. You cannot tell me that Snuffleupagus wasn't on that stuff.
That who?
Snuffleupagus. He had that dope fiend lean. I know a crackhead. I know an addict when I see one.
No, he was in a program. He was in a methadone program. Because he had a job. He was
now, speaking of jobs, how come the Count didn't live on Sesame Street, but he was always on Sesame
Street?
That's where he got his dough.
That's what he came to cop. He copped on Sesame Street.
No, he came to count his count because he always had the chicks around him. So he was a pimp. So he came to count his money,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
count his women, collect his dough.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what
he was a kingpin.
Substances do for people like you, DJ Kid Disco. Them substances, it takes you to a whole other place. That's why we need to go back to Barbara Bush, who said, "Just say no." Remember?
Barbara Bush. Yeah, but while Barbara Bush was saying no, she was drunk. Her and Nancy was hanging out together. I ain't listening to her. She was a drunk.
Oh my God!
They all got delivered. That's what George said.
And one more thing, Cookie Monster hung out with Shaggy and Scooby.
Why do you say that?
They was pieheads.
Because they had the munchies.
What?
Oh Lord, you are
Shaggy and Scooby were the ultimate pieheads.
Yeah,
like,
okay. Don't be talking about Shag. Don't be talking about Shag.
They was pieheads. They was eating shrooms.
Shag and Scooby. But they solved those crimes though now.
But they was the only ones that saw the ghost. Why nobody else saw them? Why they always looking for Scooby?
They had a bad trip. That's what was going there. They had a bad trip.
Riding around in the Scooby-Doo van.
Got you. No, that was
they had that
creepy.
Van.
No, the Scooby-Doo van was a little creepy.
I used to have a Scooby-Doo van, so I know what goes on.
See, we wouldn't have been friends. I don't trust nobody with a Scooby-Doo van. Nope.
And I got a general question. Am I the only one that understood, that realized that? Why was it okay for Fonzie to be dating all these little girls? They were high school girls. Fonzie was 42 years old.
He was 42. He was a high school dropout. And the other thing was he was a high school dropout. He was high school age, but he dropped out of school. That was his MO.
He was dating grown women.
Oh my gosh.
So Fonzie was messing around with cougars.
Grown women dated him.
Hello.
They were cougars.
They were the one in the wrong.
They were cougars.
All right, so I got another one for you. Do y'all
Okay.
think? Let's go to All in the Family. Do you think Mike and Gloria's baby really was Lionel's baby?
What?
On All in the Family, Mike and Gloria had Joey, right?
Joey, yeah.
But Joey was kind of dark. You think that might have been Lionel's baby? Because Lionel did go back and forth. He was always over there.
Well, it was all in the family. I mean,
yeah,
that's what they said. That's what I'm saying.
Lionel was always over there.
All in the family. We really don't like y'all, but we gotta accept it. You're right.
Mm-hmm. But they were cool with Lionel. You know, they were cool. They were cool with Lionel though. They were all about, you know.
Yeah, a little bit.
Meathead. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is
and then she wound up leaving Meathead later. Oh no, Meathead left her. Okay. Oh, another show. Now, let's take it even further. Laverne and Shirley.
Okay.
I think Carmine went because he was kind of. Carmine was kind of.
Carmine. First of all, Carmine was an opportunist.
Why you say that, Dr. C?
Because he used all of those friends in that little circle to get where he needed to go, and then he would go away, and then when he get down and out, here he come back, he show up. Las Vegas didn't work out for me.
That was deep. Now, if you ever want to look at what a true, strong Black father,
say it.
James Evans.
James Evans
Sr. He was what a Black father. He
died.
Would you say, Doctor?
Water.
He died.
Yes.
Protecting his family.
Trying to elevate his family.
Now that's what a true father.
His goal to get them out the ghetto.
Now
it cost him his life.
Heathcliff. I don't know.
Why you say that?
Well, I like Cliff. I really did.
Because they came up. It can't be a Black doctor and a Black.
No. That's not where
we talked about that a little bit. Yeah.
That ain't where I'm coming from. I'm in the whole
people had issues with that, but no.
Right. People. That's me and Doc are.
The chocolate people had issues. The chocolate folk.
Right.
But I'm sorry. It gave us something to aspire for. It was an inspiration. It gave us hope. There are successful Black families.
Exactly.
But if you don't ever see a successful Black family, how do you know that you can be that and you can aspire for that? The Cosby Show, I don't care what they say about Bill Cosby. I don't care what he has done in the other aspects of his life. What he did through the Cosby Show
and a different world.
A different world.
Oh, absolutely.
It gave us a vision. It showed us balance and a family. I mean, it was so inspirational to us as a people, and it was a mainstay in our community.
And it's still repopulated.
We needed to see something different.
I agree with that.
Positivity on TV, on prime time for us. I think it was every Thursday. We needed to see that.
So let's go melanated for a minute, because this is the Melanated Orange Show. So let's go melanated for why did so many melanated folks, do y'all think, had a problem with the Cosby Show?
I think we have a problem because for people, and you have to think about when this show aired, you know, the economy wasn't doing that bad. So doing that well. So during that time of economic crunching, you know, when you show people what you can have and they don't have, it's almost like it's an offensive. And if you ever listen to any people's comments about that, it wasn't the quality of the show and the dialogue and even the scenarios, because I loved each show was so relevant. It was their jobs. People had a problem
Well,
with their jobs.
you know what that sound like? That sound like hating to me. That's
And
hating.
unfortunately, we do that as a people.
We
Why?
do.
We do that. Like
do.
that's not possible. That's as
Why,
it's
doctors? Both of y'all are
unattainable.
why, doctors? Why? Why do we do that? Please explain that to me.
Well, I feel, even from a professional standpoint of view, like Dr. Webb said, we don't see ourselves in that role. And I work in a profession that's still the number one, Caucasian woman's profession, that of a registered nurse. And we don't see, like, I come in the room, it'll be a room full of us. Are you the tech? Are you the housekeeper? I was like, this is 2020. This is 2000. This is the new millennium. Why can't I be the registered nurse? Oh, you the nurse? You the nurse? It's like it's a miracle.
And then all of a sudden there's a big party, like you just came home from jail or something.
Right. Like I graduated all over again. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
We don't see ourselves in that role. We just don't. Same thing, the physician walks in. You're the doctor you're the doctor. It was like, yeah, I'm a doctor. We haven't got to the point where we as a community of people, even though now, our numbers are in the millions of us in professional positions, but the mindset of what we were taught and the stereotypes of what we saw, it's a problem. Like we are accepting of a New Jack City or Cotton Comes to Harlem or those other black exploitations, Boys in the Hood, because that's where we are. We can relate to that.
Right.
That's a commonplace notoriety of, and we're accepting when Hollywood says that that's where we are. But like some of the newer shows, what's the ones about Queen Sugar, that we own the plantation. We thought we were, we worked the plantation, but then some people died and we found out we own the plantation. We have issue with that.
But no, check it. So let's talk about, and this is the Melanated show. DJ Kid Disco and Random Black Guy. I'm talking to the both of y'all. Okay. I looked at Black, and I don't want to say the word, but Black as F, blankety blanky blank on Netflix, right? And I completely let me Google what's the guy's name that produced the show. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't want to get his name wrong. Oh God. Wait. Kenya Barris developed that show, and I was reading some commentary about the show. You have in well-established man, in the arts entertainment industry. I think he was an author. He produced the Blackish and the Grownish, that whole those sitcoms. And when it came to Black as F, blank blank blank, they were like, oh, your kids aren't black enough. Oh,
yes,
that really don't represent a black family because all your kids are light skinned with pretty hair. You should have had your kids darker and their hair should have been coiled and
nappier.
Like, so in his defense, he stated, my wife is either biracial or light skinned or something like that. He said, I modeled the show after my real family. So if my wife is biracial, and please forgive me, y'all, if I'm not getting it correct. I'm not good at Hollywood stuff, but I think he said if my wife is biracial, then of course these are what my children are going to look like. So why are you, and he didn't say this part, but this is my question. Why are we focused on the fact that the kids were light skinned with pretty hair? There's no black people who are light skinned with pretty hair. You're talking about melanated. You're talking about Fenty, 100 shades of what a woman could be, from the lightest light to the darkest dark. Any shade or hue that you can be as a woman, our girl with the Fenty brand, she
Yes.
just, just created that. So why can't we be dark with coiled kinky hair and light skin with mixed girl hair? Like it,
Again,
go ahead.
I was gonna say again. So you they take that stereotypical mentality back to the plantation, and that's where we go. We go
That's it.
back to the plantation where the chocolate people were in the field and the light people were in the house, and then even culturally, I've heard light skinned women say to somebody of my complexion, well, the lighter skinned woman is the better bred woman. So it's within our cultural grouping, it's offensive because we think
Mm-hmm.
that everything light is white is right, it's
Mm-hmm.
good, and the
Mm-hmm.
brown is the of the devil, and it's
And
bad and it's
evil,
ugly.
that has this
Yeah,
negative connotation
and it's
to it.
always has a negative connotation. So within our community, that bell still rings, and over again, even with the preference of men preferring a lighter skinned woman because they
Mhm.
they don't want to marry a Caucasian woman. So the lighter skinned Black woman is the better woman, and your
Mhm.
children will be more attractive,
Mhm.
and it's just in our, and I don't know if it'll ever be diluted as the races are diluting more and more, and we're doing more intercultural mixing. I don't know if that will happen for us, but I know it's very real, it's very true, and it happens. It happens. It's amazing.
Mhm.
I mean, even in the hospitals where I've worked, I've seen our staff, the melanated staff, go to that lighter. Oh, this baby is pretty, and this baby is this, and the poor chocolate babies are sitting over there like, hello, just as
Mm.
beautiful, so
Mhm.
in our community, that's where I'll say the death of this needs to happen. It needs to begin with us. We still are very sensitive about skin color, and we're still very offended by those annotations of what the definition of real blackness is.
Or
How
what real
is
beauty is within the Black
Yeah, but even
community.
just even the black, even the blackness, because you have people that are radical, lighter skinned people that are really radical, that have led many races, and the
Yes.
expectation that the darker skinned people will want to, and it's like, oh no,
Right.
I'm fine with who I am,
Right. Amanda Seals. Amanda Seals is my girl, and she has to sometimes fight to say just because I'm light skinned don't mean I'm not black. I mean, that girl is black as ever, and it's all for Black people. I mean, we know Amanda Seals and her voice and what she stands for, and she
Yes,
is just as light skinned. So, but my thing is this: when it comes like the content of that show with Kenya Barris. I loved it because it showed a different perspective
The show
of Hollywood. It showed a go ahead. I'm sorry, DJ Kid Disco.
still on?
Huh?
Is the show still running?
I mean, you can always go on Netflix and look it up. I think they got
yeah,
picked
it's a
up
good
for
show.
a
I
second
agree
season.
with you 100%, Dr. Webb. It's
But I tell
content,
you, I was
and it's
floored. I was every episode I was dying because I didn't look at it. Oh, he's black. He got a mixed wife and their kids light skin with pretty hair. I looked at it as a wealthy black family who is
mhm,
still black as F, with they black issues and they black perspectives. And this
exactly.
man, no matter how successful he is so deep in his thoughts, and he tries to keep it so real with being black, but yet he's
Yes,
removed from the blackness, but they still got black families and raising wealthy black kids. I mean, I looked at it, the problems they had within their marriage. I just saw so many other dynamics than looking at their kids and the fact that they was light skinned with good hair. It's
But
like we
yeah,
gotta get beyond that. We so low. We're
and
low
it goes
thinking.
back. It goes back to what you were saying, even about the Cosby Show. It's the content. the contact, the character, the in-depthness, you know, how it takes you from where you are to make you think larger, bigger, better.
Exactly.
And we're stuck on, oh, he's a doctor and she's a lawyer.
Right.
We're stuck
And they
on the light-skinned
hair.
kids with the pretty hair.
Right.
We stuck on that. You know, where,
Right.
you know, we have to move beyond, you know, what we see, you know, with what we see, and move to, you know, the nature of what we cannot see, and that's the bigger, the better thing.
But also the brilliance, you know, respect the brilliance of the curator, of the creativity.
The creativity, yes.
Are you saying something, DJ Kid Disco?
This is why I was whispering, because I can't.
Well, you wanted us to come on the show.
Hello.
Are we gonna get an invite back?
Hello.
You're not gonna invite us back, are you? We don't took over your show.
No.
Oh no. Oh, Ray, DJ, all you heard was a conversation that Dr. C and I always have. You just heard a natural conversation.
Yes, Lord. And look, and this is just level 1. We usually by now we're on about level 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Only reason why I'm interrupting is because we got to pay the bills.
Okay.
Pay the bills. Pay the bills.
I would, hey. These conversations be had, but now we gotta pay these bills. So listen, y'all tuning into the Melanated Morning Show. We ready to go on break. I got 2 of my favorite new. How would I put that, ladies?
I mean, we are new in your life.
Yes, we are.
So it's real.
New friends. It's a new day, or
hey.
I mean, we're friends, we're colleagues, we're business partners, we're moving and shaking some stuff up. We, you know, I mean, it's a lot of categories you can put us into.
That's true.
We your evangelists. We're gonna get you saved. You are
Yo, I came from
disciple.
Church. Ain't no dinner box. Ain't no service.
And we ain't got no fried chicken to serve you neither.
You take your butt home at 11:30. Time for cook-off.
Yeah.
11 at 12:30 it was over. You said your blessings and you got on the bus and took your butt home.
Yes. That's an Episcopalian church.
That's
Episcopalian.
Episcopalian.
The clothes. You go on and praise the Lord, and you go home. It don't take all.
Right, don't take all that.
Real quick before we go to break, I gotta share the story. The first time my mom took us to a Baptist church, and it was called Deliverance.
Yo, culture shock.
Mega church.
Oh my God.
This is when Deliverance was still on Broad Street, and it was smaller, but it was still. Man, them folks got the rolling around.
Yes.
So wait a minute. I actually felt some type of way because I've always been a serious Eagles fan. So I ain't paying no mind. You know, I'm listening to tambourine. Yeah, you know, we don't get to do this in the white church. Confusing because during the week, my mom was talking about down with Whitey with the bush, but we go into an all-white church. Wait a minute, something's wrong with this.
Wrong.
This is so confusing. We go to the Baptist church, and it's about 3:00, and I'm like,
hold up.
Wait a minute. Now, it was winter time, so you know around about 4:00, you know, it starts getting dark. We done ate, and I ain't paying no mind. I'm a kid. Oh, we get to eat, you know. It's dark outside. Mommy, when we going home? We been here. So, about 6:00.
Oh God.
About 6:00. My mom's so ignorant. She was so ignorant. She go back to the pew. Yeah, I'll cover y'all ears. She said, I'm sick of this shit. I'm home. Now, these Negroes ain't going to have me in here reading this Bible all daggone day. I got to go. You done took my money. I done ate your food. I'm going home.
Oh, my gosh.
She cursed all the way home.
Oh, my gosh. Look. Okay, she ain't the only one. Okay.
That's right.
She is not the only one.
Nope.
We get home about 6:30, something like that. So it just so happens it was a 4:00 game. It was like third quarter. So she's flicking through the channels and she gets it on. She just sat there. See, this is why I don't mess around with them Negro churches. It don't take all day to praise the Lord.
You are funny.
I can't make this up. I can't make this up.
But your mama ain't lie, honey. Your mama ain't lie. She ain't the only one. She ain't the only one.
That's why y'all both got quiet.
Like,
I'm telling you.
Yes.
I have as I get older, I have but Dr. Webb knows this. Those areas are pressing to me. And as you, unfortunately, it's almost like a desensitization. So I give you benefit of the doubt. I give you about 35 minutes. If you haven't moved, I'm moving. I'm moving for you.
Right. Yes.
Listen, I'm spoiled. So let me tell y'all before we go to break, I'm gonna let you in on another little secret. When I'm running the Dr. Letitia Webb gospel show, I'm also watching the Eagles.
But you get 2 in 1 though, and you in the comfort of your home. Like, so you straight.
Yep, you're straight.
You get the word, you got the Eagles, you know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the best of both worlds.
You got your substances,
Well,
all that stuff.
This
is
right.
They need the word.
I like that.
They need Jesus.
They need, you need Jesus.
I'm sorry. How you lose to a team with no name? We'll talk about it.
You know what? You are too funny.
What they call them? The Washington, them niggas, them Negroes over there. I'm sorry. I did warn y'all, right? This is like the ignorant zone, right?
Yeah, the IIZY.
Oh, you wasn't.
The IIZY.
The IIZY.
IIZY.
That's what it was. Dr. Webb wasn't ready. She didn't know what she was really in for.
I'm straight, boo. We going on break?
Yes, we can ready to go on break for I mess around and I'm trying to set it up now. What am I doing? What are we doing? Wait a minute. What are we doing? Okay, I'm trying to get back to. What happened to? Is the random black guy still in?
I'm not sure.
What's that now?
The random black dude or the random black guy?
The random black dude is he's still showing with the logo, but the mute button is on. The mute is on the mic.
He just can't get right. Like this is. Okay, I believe I'm doing as if we're really not in third person. Okay.
He's gone.
Yeah, as soon as he comes back, we're going to go to break. But we got to.
Okay.
Are we still recording?
Yes, we're still live. We're still all of that.
All right.
Just hold on. See, this is the thing about live radio, ladies. Faux pas come up all the time. Yeah, that part. That part right there. We're getting ready to go to break, and as soon as I work it out, as soon as the random black guy comes back, he's gonna take us to break, ladies. Okay. Um, I gotta find him first. Go ahead and say it. I sound like a super weirdo, don't I? I know y'all said they're thinking like this guy is talking to himself in third person. Like, what is he doing? All right, there we go. All right, y'all. The random black guy's back, so we get ready to go to break, and we get ready to go to break. As soon as I do this, wait a minute, I'm getting ready to mute us. Ba-doom, ba-doom, and there we go. Okay, y'all can hear me on the radio, so we get ready to go to break, and we'll be back in 4 minutes. Melanie in the Morning Show. I'm DJ Kid Disco.
WGFB-FM radio.
So are you ready? Yeah.
How it used to be. Something for everyone. 24/7, 365.
After these messages, we'll be right back. For the health and safety of our guests and team members, we're here for you. That means frequently deep cleaning our stores and wiping down
Okay, let's try this again. Now I'm talking. Facebook, if you can hear me, we are on a commercial break. And thanks for tuning in, all of y'all that tuned in. I appreciate y'all. Going to my Facebook right now so I can check out and say hello to some folks. And okay. What up, DJ K Swift? What's going on with you? I see you. I know y'all can hear me on Facebook, but what's going on? All right, so we're not gonna run a whole bunch of commercials. Yeah, we doing a tribute to this lady right here, my mama, Miss Carol. Russell King, what's going on, man? All right, so y'all behind the scenes here on the Melanated Morning Show. The ladies that got up to take some time to, I guess they had to go relieve themselves. I don't know where they went, but we just running these commercials. We'll be back after we can finish saying the bills, y'all. We'll be back live.
Everybody, it's Shelly Show Williams, Philly's Oprah, executive producer of Urban Expressions, single on a Saturday night. But I am a business, social media, and media coach. And if you're looking to show up on social media with a purpose, I have a course for you. Have you been struggling as an entrepreneur trying to figure out how to get people to engage, how to get people to buy, how to get people just to see you on social media? I have just the course for you. Please go to ShellyShowWilliams.com.
WGFB FM radio.
So are you ready?
Yeah. How it used to be. Something for everyone. 24/7, 365.
Yo, what's good? This is Tracy Lee, and you already know I gets down with the get down, man. Grown Folks Radio all day.
Hi, everybody. This is Cindy. When I'm home, in the car, or out and about, I listen to B-Force Radio.
The Melanated Morning Show. Morning Show with DJ Kid Disco and co-host Cinda Williams.
Hi, everybody. This is Cinda Williams, and I am the co-host of the Melanated Morning Show and the host of the PPC Radio Show. And you are listening to Grown Folks Radio. Radio.
Okay, ladies. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We are back. We are back.
All right.
Okay. So, hold on for just a minute. Okay. Wanted to make sure I was muted from my other mic. So, first of all, ladies, you having a good time?
We are.
Yes.
Now,
Thank you for the invitation.
I know.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Doc C was already ready, but I know this was a shock to your system. Like, what?
You keep saying that. I don't know why you think I'm just like, I don't know what your perception of me is, but babe, okay. You've already heard my shows before the gospel show. Okay, this ain't, I'm good.
Yeah. Y'all talked about some, you right.
Deep stuff. Okay.
So you
Huh?
You are having fun?
I am.
Good. Well, I want to say,
Good.
people, my man DJ K Swift, he's my partner. He was there for mommy's homegoing. My baby cousin, Kimberly, she was more like my little sister because we were all raised together. And my grandmother had a stroke at a very, very early age, and she was paralyzed from the neck down. So we moved out the projects and moved into her house, which happened to be right in the back of the project. So we were still in the projects. And my aunt and my youngest uncle were still teenagers at the time. So what did my mom, being the matriarch that she didn't even know she was going to be, she took care of everybody. So she raised all of us together. And my little cousin Kim, who came about when I was 9 years old, she was more like my little sister because we were all raised together. And yeah, just thinking about her trying to run around, trying to be like me, trying to hang with me, I would go DJ a party. She trying to sneak in that, girl, you too young. You're only 12 years old. You can't run with us. I thought I was a big deal back at that time. And I'm just sitting here looking and just reminiscing, y'all. I'm sorry. I had a mommy thought at that time, just now. But first of all, ladies, can you do me a favor? Can y'all, because we got to sign off in 15 minutes from everybody, but we got to sign off from B-Force Radio in 5 minutes. So, ladies, could you, give an official goodbye to B Force Radio, Disco Dave, Handmaster Flash. I'll say the names for you. Just say bye. Disco Dave, Handmaster Flash, Keith Styles, and Monkman, DJ Monkman. Can you ladies give a bye-bye to B Force Radio? Thanks for having us today.
Yes, Dr. Carolyn, go ahead first.
I can only hear the last part of what you were saying. I heard you say give a goodbye
to B Force Radio because we got to sign off from B Force Radio.
Okay.
So,
okay. Thank you to the listening audience at B Force Radio, their staff, their producers. Thank you for having us. It was a pleasure, and we had a great time today. Thank you.
Yes, likewise. I did everything that Dr. C stated. Thank you so much for having us and listening and having us be a part of your journey and you being a part of our journey. And we look forward to doing more with you. And God bless your station.
Oh.
Amen.
Well, they said it real nice. I love Handmaster Flash, Monk, Keisha, Dave, and I know you're listening. I don't like you.
Ooh.
But I'll see you at 6 o'clock.
Ooh. Well, if we're going to talk about melanated, white folk, they ain't got to like each other to do business. It's only black folk that if I don't get down with you, I ain't doing business with you.
We want feelings. We want lunch,
yes,
breakfast,
I need to know
and dinner. We might need a ride.
Yes. If I ain't got it today, you got me. I'll get you next time. All that stuff.
Business is never personal. Once it becomes personal, it's no longer business.
No.
Right.
Remember that.
You're right.
Of course. Trust me.
Listen, I'm a hustler. Do you know how many cats I don't like him? But he went $100 worth. All right, we be friends for this.
My husband we were just having that conversation with my husband
yes.
earlier, Dr. Carolyn and he was just like, it's transactional. Like that's what it is. It's nothing more than that. It is a transaction.
Ain't no feelings attached. There's no emotions attached.
Nope, I ain't attached to you.
But I do think that as a people that we are relational. I think that we're relational. And I don't think always the intent of the relation is emotional, but we definitely are relational and I love it. We know that the handshakes that the brothers give each other, whether they know each other or not, we call each other sisters, whether we know each other or not. Right. And that's the power of relationship. No, it doesn't have to be emotional, but just that respect and honor for the people. People.
And because our roots come from a communal foundation. We are very communal as a people. Go ahead, DJ Kid Disco.
So I ain't shaking. What up? What up, guys?
What's up? Okay, but that's still an acknowledgement.
And it's a relationship, and we don't say it to anybody else. And I mean, it's just so important to me. Like, we understand the red, the green, the black. We don't have to say nothing. We don't have to know. It's understood. It's a statement. So I love those little personal statements that we give to one another. The nod in the head, the black man comes down the street and a bunch of sisters is on the other side, and they
because there's a 1970s concept of I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I you know what? This is why I love shows like this, where we can. Is Dr. Webb frozen? Her phone must have rang. That's right.
Frozen. She. What happened to Remember that game, freeze tag, freak?
You had to stand there like a dummy.
And we did it.
I'm trying to win. I so thank y'all ladies for hanging out with me.
Thank you.
Y'all really helping me get through this day because this lady is my best friend in the whole world.
Yeah.
And I hear other people's stories and I feel as though that I'm blessed because at least I had a chance to say goodbye There's some that didn't have that chance. My mother did something that I've never seen anybody do. She actually planned for her funeral. She put money away and said, my kids will not have to have a fish fry to bury me.
Amen.
And she was able to put a good 15 grand to the side just to make sure that she was buried the way that she wanted to be buried. You know, she wanted the type of service that she wanted. Because me, I ain't gonna lie. Don't put me in a casket. That serves no purpose. Do you know what you could do with that money? Burn me, put me in a DJ case and call it a day. You know, we ain't got time for all that. That's rent money. You gonna be spending the rent money. How am I gonna know? Like, I'm really gonna be sitting there with y'all talking about, I don't like that color. I like the one. How am I going?
Real.
Like,
well, from what I heard, and I don't know if it's true, but people aren't really buried in the caskets. Like, the caskets is just a part of the funeral service. Because if you think about, if you dig up the bodies, are they still laying in the actual caskets in the ground?
So what is this, Uber or something? Wait a minute.
And, you know, you got to talk to people who are really in the funeral home business, but I don't think that's information that they share because it is a business. But from my understanding,
there's really nobody in there.
Like they don't bury the person in the casket in the ground. But that's something that, you know, we definitely have to do more research. That's what I heard. I don't have all the
research on. I don't mess with the dead guy. Agreement. I don't fool.
But trust me, I ain't going to the grave to dig nobody up to see if they really laying in a casket. That I'm not doing.
I have an agreement. I don't.
They in there. They're in there.
They in the caskets.
I've seen the body be exhumed before. Are they in there?
In the caskets in the ground. It's not the matter of the body. I'm talking about the caskets itself. The ones.
Oh no, they were in the casket that they were put in the casket was in that cement vault and it was in the ground.
Okay, cool. See, that's why you can't believe everything you hear. See?
Well, that was at that particular cemetery, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Right.
Well, she said that's at that one. I don't know about
that one. Well, right.
Because you have heard stories with, you know, some horrible story here in Philadelphia.
Matter of fact, when my mom transitioned, they have a thing now in Maryland where I guess there was some issues. They actually have to take you to the plot and you have to sign paperwork that say that you have seen it, you have visualized it. This is the property that your family member has paid for. And verify. And afterwards, I had to go back again to sign off on and verify that, you know, that the remains were properly placed at the plot where they were supposed to be and sign off on that as well.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
There's definitely been some issues. So
we got 5 minutes left, ladies. But can I say this to you real quick, Dr. Webb? I think, this is what I think. I truly believe that if you had grew up in Philadelphia, in West Oak Lane, Mount Airy, whatever, and had you been around the way, I could have seen us hanging out back in the day.
Oh, thank you.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. Doxy?
Yes.
Older on or something like y'all.
She don't get the cool card. She ain't get the cool card.
I can't see us hanging out with us because she would have been older.
Yeah.
Could have seen buffer to keep us from getting the beating. She would have been the beaten buffer. Like,
well, she does that for me today because I can get spanked by God if it weren't for her. Because I would do some stuff and say some stuff.
I was definitely
I think you on point with that.
I was gonna say I was definitely that person that that person that was known for reeling everybody in when they needed to be reeled in.
Reeled in.
Yeah.
Because speaking of my cousin Kim, I'm going to speak about her mother. That's who she was to me. She was the cool guy. She would sneak us in the all-night movie. She would, let us watch the R-rated movies that we weren't supposed to watch. She would let us all night. She would sneak us money. My mom like, you ain't getting no lunch money. Make your lunch. She'd be like, go ahead, boy, go get you a hoagie. Like, don't worry about it. She tripping. And when I did some of that crazy stuff I would do, and my mom was about to tear me from limb,
mm-hmm.
my aunt would sneak. My aunt Marsh would sneak, and come on, Carol, let's go smoke a joint. Try to get mommy to forget that she put that in my brain because I did something stupid. I was always doing something I had no business doing. I was a fool, Lou. I was. The cops always came to our house. The juvenile detective knew me by name.
Wow.
And then finally, I went on state sabbatical. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Sabbatical around I went 14. I came home when I was 16.
Okay.
And graduated high school. Went in the Marine Corps. See, I was backwards. Then I came home from the Marine Corps. Decided to get locked up again.
Okay.
Backwards.
Okay. Well, that's your journey.
Exactly.
Your journey.
Your journey, your testimony.
That's right.
You're supposed to get into trouble as a youth, and then, you understand what I'm saying? And then get yourself together and go into the military, get yourself, not going to the military to come home. That's backwards.
Well,
everything happens.
Hard heads make a soft behind. That's what I was told.
So there's a lesson that you did not learn.
Yes.
You
had to learn the lesson. So we call you late bloomers.
Yes,
you were late bloomers.
No, when you're in sabbatical as a kid, as a juvenile, that's summer camp. That ain't real. The real discipline is when you upstate and you hear that door go clink clink.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. Oh no, this is real. Like ain't no weekend home visits. Nah. Ain't no none of that. And you just there with you and one other dude in a 6'9" area, and that's what you call home. And guess what? That's why I ain't been back and never will be.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
I'm not doing that. I don't like being around dudes like that. Have y'all known? You know, some women, they'll get undressed in front of each other. Nah, cuz I don't want to see your dirty drawers. Cool. There's certain images I don't want. So we got 3 minutes left, ladies. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all want to say anything? Dr. Webb, I want you to Doc C, you can sign off first because Dr. Webb, I want you to let everybody know where they can find your wonderful show at. But Doc C, go ahead.
It's my pleasure to be on the Melanated Morning Show on this wonderful Tuesday morning to help celebrate your mom's legacy with you, DJ Kid Disco. You're near and dear to my heart, a new member of the family, and blessings. But we will see our audience on Monday morning at 10 a.m.
Yes, next Monday.
Looking forward, and God bless everyone. Have a glorious week.
Yes, and I just want to thank DJ Kid Disco and Shelly Shell Williams, the owners of the Grown Folk Radio station, and just giving me an opportunity to develop my craft, to expand my brand with Join the Journey. You can listen to me every Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m. And Dr. C is one of my new co-hosts. And I am just so thrilled to have her on board. I mean, the relationship is real, it's authentic. It's been over 10 years that we have joined one another's journey.
Yes.
And she is my spiritual mother. She is my mentor, the mother that I never had, just my friend, everything, my confidant. Just means so much to me just to have her join the show. So, yes, every Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. is also archived on Wednesdays from 2 to 4. Also, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at drletitiawebb.com, or you can find my website at www.drletitiawebb.com.
www. See? So we got 2 minutes. Well, wait a minute. Don't I own this joint? I get to dictate how many minutes.
You get to dictate. Yes.
Yes, you.
But I'm a fair dude. So we got Franklin Spinwell, Cool DJ Frank with his Lunch Buddy mix coming up from 12 to 1. And then at 1 o'clock, our girl, Shelly Shell, is doing 30 interviews in 30 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
So this is day 13. I forget who she has. The girl she had yesterday, Cheryl Wood. Oh my God, she's a motivational speaker. Les Brown. I know, Doxy, you remember Les Brown. Les Brown, eat your heart out. This girl.
Wow.
Yeah, this girl was the bomb. So I forget who she has today. Please forgive me, Shell, but of course I'll be there because that's my partner. So I'm always.
That's what you do.
And then after her show, we're going to keep this, what do you call it, celebration going. And it's me and Shelly Shell going to hang out.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Me and Shell are going to hang out. And then later on, I got some folks coming through who, more like my older friends are coming on later on.
Yeah.
The way I figured it out is in the beginning, my newer friends, that's why Shelly's right after lunch, because Shelly's in the middle.
Yeah.
We're doing new stuff, but Shelly's not new.
Gotcha.
Mommy actually knew who Shelly was. She didn't know, she never heard of Urban Expression until I came running to the crib with Mommy, I got hired by a video show. Really? Yeah, what's the name of it? Urban Expression. She was like, what? I ain't never heard no Urban Expressions.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Mom. It came on TV for years. Really? So because of that, she started watching, my mom started watching Comcast, watching the show on Comcast, Urban Express. She's like, I didn't know Comcast had these stations.
Yeah.
She said, I thought they were just extras. So after that, she started following Shelly, and she knew who Shelly was. And she was really proud of me that Shelly, I don't think I ever told Shelly this, but she was really appreciative that Shelly gave me that chance to do that. She thought that was really cool of her. Because, real quick, we got 3 minutes, real quick. Shelly didn't know me, never heard of me before. She just took a chance because my bestie and her already knew each other. And Shelly was looking for a DJ, and she just took a chance. And look what happened.
Wow.
I remember when she called me, the phone rang, and I didn't know that Cindy did this. That, and I get a call. She's, is this Kid Disco? Yeah, who this? You know me. I'm
ignorant.
Ignorant. This is Shelly Williams. Shelly who? Shelly Williams, Urban Expression. Stop playing, Cindy. Stop playing on my phone. No. Because by that time, Urban Expressions was like an icon here in Philly. So I'm like, the Shelly Williams? Urban Expression Shelly Williams? Yeah. Well, I'm looking for a DJ, and I was wondering if you could yeah. When you want me to be there? Well, I was thinking, she didn't get a chance to finish the question. I ran down to the set. Because to me, that was a big honor.
Right.
Shelly. And I remember back in the 90s, I ran my VCR about Urban Expressions. Like, you had it, and back then you could only catch it like 12 minutes. I think it was 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, whatever. So you had to record it in order to be able to watch it because I was still in the club. So to get that call from Shelly, years later, that was like a big deal to me. Like, Urban Expressions, Shelly Williams? Like, are you serious? Are you on my phone? Am I really talking to the legendary? And I remember when I first met her, when I went to the set, I was like, wow, I'm on the set of Urban Expressions. Like, this is so dope. Like, this is like, I don't know. To me, meeting Shelly was like meeting Lady B or like meeting like Salt and Pepper or somebody to me. Because
I mean, who she is in the city of Philadelphia is just amazing.
Right.
And she's so true, so down to earth, and she's a woman of God and did not allow, any outside influences to change her faith and her belief and her resolve in God. And that's one thing that I love and I respect about Shelly. It doesn't matter who she knows, because you know more than I know who Shelly knows. Shelly got mad connections, but you would never know.
So just imagine you watching this show for 10 years straight and you love the show. And then you're actually on the set of the show.
Yeah.
Not as a guest behind the scenes. You get the little guest passes. No, you're an integral part of the icon.
I have that experience. Like, I was an Essence magazine lover, avid reader for years. And then my husband and I got an article in Essence magazine. That was the pinnacle of like, oh my God. And I like treasure that. I still have copies of the magazine, and that it was October 2013. That was the issue that we were in Essence magazine. I mean, subscribed to Essence for years, read it every month from cover to cover for years, and to see my husband and I's picture in Essence. So I understand where you're coming from.
That was so buggy to me the first time I actually watched it, and I'm like, seriously, I was sitting there like, am I really on the set of Urban Expressions? Doc C, you don't understand what Urban Expressions meant to this.
Yeah, we talked about it. You explained it to me. That's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
If it wasn't for half the hip hop we wouldn't have known about from the 90s, thanks to that show. It was like the Phillies version of Yo MTV Raps.
Yes.
And it won 2 Billboard Awards.
Wow.
She ain't no slouch. So for me to be sitting there on the set and to be looking at myself later on Comcast, like, is this for real? Like, and I'm going to close the show out with this, because this is what my mom said to me when I was having this conversation. She said the only way that you're not going to succeed is if you... No, she said the only way that you're going to succeed is if you get out of your own way. The only person that you really have to make amends with and make to prove something to is that person that you see every day. And I thought she was going to say her. She's like, no, that person you see when you go brush your teeth. I was like, wow. Because you think about it, what do you see while you're brushing your teeth? Usually.
You.
There's a mirror on the wall. So my mama used to always say, and this is how we're gonna close it out. Um, Something I live by to this day. To thy own self be true. You can't be true to yourself.
Mm.
You hear?
Yeah.
What's the point? So we're going to sign off, ladies. I so appreciate y'all. Let me sign off from Facebook right now. Goodbye, Facebook. Goodbye, Facebook. I will see you. Oh, tomorrow. I will see y'all tomorrow. Melanated Morning Show. It's Wednesday. It's Seabreeze Day. So that's why, Seabreeze, if you listen, that's why you're not here today, because I know we got a whole 2 hours, just me and you tomorrow. So we're going to get into some stuff. But I wanted to have some special ladies here today. So, Facebook, all of y'all Facebook efforts, I can't say it because I got the lady, the nice ladies here. all y'all Facebook efforts, I'll call y'all that later on when they're not around.